NBA's sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Prescott now on second down, escaping the pressure right. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Go to 54, go to 54. Line.
On second down, McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 47. 26.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Good. Then we're going to 53.
Prescott from the gun. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
46. 26.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Prescott on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
On 1st and 10, Murray flushed out right. And his first look is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray flush to his right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Murray now. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Detroit!
From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
47.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go, 46. 41 to the will.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Flush to his right. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing it on 3rd and long. Murray escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here go 46. Under.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again. Murray eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 40 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
58, boy, 58, 58, get out. Gun. Here we go, 46. Start that over here. Over here. Start that.
2nd down, Prescott rolling to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here go 46. Gun. 26.
Throwing, Prescott, flush to his right. He's going to let this, he's got it with the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Here we go. 1, 8.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Awesome. Here we go 47. Here we go 47. 26.
First down, Prescott. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Looking to throw. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun. Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Quick slant, caught by Moore. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going to 54.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Panthers add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points
big time.
On 1st and 10, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Let's go. Let's finish now. And then we're going to 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Good. Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Right there, over here. Right there. 26.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And a short gain here, down to the 22. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Operating from the gun, Murray, flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
Gun!
From the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Right back to him on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Count. Switch and eight. Gun. Switch and eight.
Now Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
47. Gun. Here we go. 47. It's coming now.
On third down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Whoosh. And now running right through it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Here we go. Slide, hey. Here we go, 46. Switch and hey. 46.
He can run for it, and he will. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
It's coming now. Here we go, 47. Here we go, slide, hey. Touchdown, over here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Crash!
47. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here we go, 46, 46. 47. Here we go, count. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 1st down, Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my favorite Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Looking long for Thomas. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On second down, Prescott again. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on first and second down. The coverage has been draped. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pay. And the Panthers will get the football back. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This Is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Let's go 47. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but a clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
You go 46, 46. Start there, over there. Over here. Start there. 52. 26.
To throw is Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down, Murray. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.